Never saw that happen either,
I mean, except for this last episode, that will hopefully be the last episode. They never had a fight like that before.
That's true. It was always boys against girls. It was never one set.
Brothers against brother.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, the girls might have had their spats, you know. Did the girls ever try to go out with the same guy? Did it ever happen?
No.
You think that would have happened, and yet...
Did they ever try out, both of them try out for cheerleader? And
I'm sure that happened.
Well, of course, we had the middle child show where Jan, being the middle child, all of a sudden had her middle child crisis. Marsha's better because she's older, and Cindy's better because she's a baby, and I'm just Jan. And Jan went out and bought the black wig and wore the Cher hair for an episode.
Oh, yes. Now we remember.
Okay. I mean, you haven't seen these reruns enough.
I guess I'll have to say I studiously avoid her. I'm Brady.
Next.
I'll watch a
No,
cartoon.
we're alternate Brady. I'll still watch the old Leave It to Beaver, and I'll watch the new Leave It to Beaver. Because even though they're a little bit corny, they're more, it's that nuclear family thing. It's all perfect. It's kind of unreal in that sense.
Right.
But
yet it was more realistic. I think
Yes.
it's that. I think it was the corniness that kept it going. I think it was the corniness that kept the original Brady series going.
I don't know.
That
It got kind of
it was schmaltzy, but it was
schmaltzy,
corny.
that's the word.
Schmaltzy.
Oh, they had
corny.
wonderful things happen. Like Davy Jones came to their house after his career was over. But
Right.
it's like, oh yes, I'm the president of the Davy Jones fan club. He will come and do our prom.
Yeah,
he
sure
had one
he will.
song.
Sure he will. But he did.
But he did, yes, you know, like.
Those shows never. I've yet to see a comedy show like that where they promise where somebody's going to come to their show and they don't show up. I've never seen that happen. They always somehow work it out where that person gets there.
Well, you see it. You've seen it a couple times in the '80s, but now it's like now all this social relevance has to be in every sitcom. A very special episode of My Two Dads. Give me a break.
I think that's kind of one of the things that killed the Bradys too. Their shows were fun, but they never really had to be relevant. But now they need the relevance, and I think the relevance killed
Well,
them.
they think they need the relevance.
Yeah.
It was Mr.
Right.
Executive.
Yeah, Mr. Executive, the relevance.
We've got to make it just like the world.
Relevance, but a laugh track.
Right.
Where the new Cleavers show is still in the same little hometown. The problems are the same little hometown problems.
Right.
I mean, I think the worst thing that's ever happened was Kip, the oldest son, got mono once.
Ooh.
No, but
hey, he bounced back.
The thing about the hometown, that's another thing that it's in the new Brady show, is the fact that there's like no attention to continuity at all. In that the first episode they established that the kids have moved all over the country.
Yeah.
And then like by the third episode they all seem to live in the same town.
L.A.
Yeah, it's like, wow. How did that happen? I'm confused, because well, I mean,
Mom's a real estate agent.
Well, I mean, the obvious thing is that the producers said, this is going to be really tough to dream up a reason to have them drive, or fly from all over the country
every episode.
So, well, that was probably a dumb idea to have them all over the country. Let's just forget we did that, and we'll just blow that off.
They probably would have done better if they had left the kids all over the country and zoomed in on one family a week and said, oh, let's see what Greg's doing this week.
Well,
because you can always keep in touch with long distance.
Well, in the coveted Brady Christmas movie, they did that a lot. Only near the end did they all come to the same place because they were doing all this stuff. Oh, they wanted to get all the kids together for Christmas, and they went, "Oh, Dad, I can't go. I got this and that and the other." But there was some information as to what was happening in their lives there, which they've just kind of, no. Everything has to take place,
I think there's just too many
at
people.
or near the Brady house.
There's just too many people on the Brady show.
Well,
it's like you got to get a scorecard. I'm sitting there going like,
yeah,
who's he married to? Which one?
That is true.
And who's married to her? And I thought it was funny that little Cindy, who painfully lisped through every Brady show, was a disc jockey.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, she's corrected that list now.
She's corrected her list.
Yes,
now
she's corrected it. Good for
Face
her.
your fear and it'll disappear, and she went further than facing it. By golly, she's making a living off of it.
That's right.
Well, it just seems strange,
Yep, you're right. That's
And what's
strange.
Greg, a doctor?
Yeah.
I could not figure out ever what Peter was doing. besides running around and trying to find twins.
He's just a swinging kind of guy.
Hey, I'm going out with twins.
Yeah.
It's twins. A lifelong
Yeah, real
twins.
sleazy. Isn't it funny how all the kids are like upstanding young adults and
Except for
Peter's
Bobby.
like a sleaze? Well, he can't stand.
Peter, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Up sitting, he sits up straight.
Yeah.
No, he was walking with
them
crutches.
carrots. That's true. Yeah, he was. Okay.
At the terrible
party.
dinner party.
Yeah.
But
Well, we were talking earlier. We were talking about Martha Quinn, what the deal was with her, and I had heard the theory that the reason they got Martha Quinn because they needed somebody short enough so it wouldn't be awkward with Bobby in the wheelchair. So we need a really short actress, Martha Quinn. There we go.
Quinn, she doesn't do anything on MTV right now.
right.
Nobody ever heard of her, have
But they did want somebody a certain height. They were looking for
Oh, like there's nobody else that small in the
dark-haired
world.
actresses, 5 feet tall, you know, and she went out for the casting call, and she just. I mean, there were a bunch of other people there, but she was the one that ended up getting it. There were people like Phoebe Cage, you know.
Yeah.
Phoebe Cage, give me a break.
But you know,
Hire her for a dog food commercial.
there's people that might fit the mold, and so
I don't like
Martha
Phoebe
Quinn
Cage.
got it.
No, I think the main problem with the Brady shows, they try to get everybody in every episode.
Right.
Now, you don't see everybody on the Leave It to Beaver show. You're mainly dealing with the kids.
Right.
You've got little Freddie Haskell, who's almost as slimy as Eddie. Then there's Boomer, who shows up every once in a while from Military Academy, who's Eddie's other son. You've got, Oliver, Kip, the little girl and her little brother. Wally's kids, the little girl and little brother, then Beaver's kids, the 2 boys. And that's really all you're dealing with, them and the parents when needed.
Right.
And not where with the Bradys, it was like keep a scorecard because, now let's see how many we can fit into one scene. There's Jan, there's Cindy. Of course, never did see Cindy in any family scenes, really. She was always at the radio station flirting with the station manager.
What was it? KB?
KBLA. K-Blah.
K-Blah Radio.
Broadcasting from Los Angeles. K-Blah. On your
Well,
FM
you don't
dial.
understand what that is. K Brady LA.
Oh, smart.
Somebody by golly, I guess all this laughter and merriment, we're about running out of time.
Yeah, we are. It's incredible. Well, next episode of Vast Wasteland, we're going to be talking about all the live-action superhero shows. So you want to stay, just tune in for that whenever we're on the next time, and we're just not sure when. For all of us here at Vast Wasteland, we'll see you later.
Yeah.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curls.
It's the story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own. They were 4 men living all together, yet they were all